two guidelines here. When the opponent has static weaknesses, reduce the dynamic potential of his position. And with the first guideline, the second with static weaknesses, you should not defend purely passively. Okay, so what to do with black in Kovalyov-Krasenkov Russian Team Championship 2008? Black to move. Yeah, white has static weaknesses. White has 3 pawn islands. The e-pawn might become weak. So the queens should be exchanged. Rook c8. While after for example, knight c6, just playing directly, then queen c5, it's not so clear. White has some dynamic, annoying dynamic counterplay now, I think. So Krasenkov played rook c8, and this is stronger. Without queens, white's dynamic potential is much reduced, and his static weaknesses increase in importance. After rook f3, Krasenkov gives the g5 and f4, and I like that line. And black has a good position, a good initiative. So Kovalyov played king f2, and yeah, Krasenkov forced the exchange of queens. And now, of course, white's dynamic potential is much reduced without queens. Typical strategy. Yeah, and here the other guideline comes into play. With static weaknesses, you should not defend purely passively. So, what to do with white? Yeah, rook e1, I don't like. This is too passive. With these static weaknesses, it's not the right concept just to defend them. Black has good chances to improve his position of the king and the king side pawns and so on and so on. And this should lose in the long run. Passivity will not do here. The last chance, I don't claim that it draws, but I think it's a better practical chance to throw away the e-pawn and to activate the rook. And then, okay, I don't know, black is still, of course, yeah, of course, it's better for black, but I think it gives better practical defensive chances. While in the game, okay, this was not played, but just to illustrate matches. Yeah, this is a line by Krasenkov, and here, of course, black is completely winning. And in the game also, yeah, black's play is very good. Black has a very solid blockade on the dark squares. White can make no progress at all. White must protect the e-pawn, and yeah, white cannot really deal with black's initiative somehow. Yeah, the bishop d7. It's just it doesn't work like this somehow. Okay, Kovalyov defends passively, but what can he do? While Krasenkov, of course, can improve his position, obviously. Yeah, it's very clear now that black has made tremendous progress. Yeah, now white creates some activity, but it was too late. So, two important guidelines. When the opponent has static weaknesses, reduce his dynamic potential. And this was the reason why here Krasenkov exchanged the queens. This is, of course, usually one way to reduce the dynamic potential very, very much. Without the queens, it was completely static. But on the other hand, as we had seen with queens, for example, this position is not so clear. White has counter chances due to his active queen. And the second guideline was with also very important. Do not defend purely passively with static weaknesses. Especially, of course, if the opponent can make progress, as is the case here. After rook e1, Krasenkov could improve his king and his kingside pawns, and then the rook, and so on and so on, and this can't hold, as white was too passive with his forces. While, okay, I don't claim, of course, I do not claim that this draws. It probably, who knows, it still looks very good for black. But here it is, it gives better practical chances, I think, as white's pieces are more active. So with static weaknesses, do not defend purely passively.